Again, moment to moment. There are so many things that you have control over, but then there's so many things that you don't have control over. Welcome to Impact and Fulfillment with Coach Mike D, where you'll gain practical wisdom and dynamic insight from amazing conversations to live your best life. What's going on, y'all? This is Coach Mike D with another episode of Impact and Fulfillment. I pray y'all are well and are making the most of each moment that you have. Periodically, I'll reemphasize the fact that, for me, it's one moment at a time, not one day at a time. Meaning life is really about moment to moment encounters, moment to moment situations. And you'll have great moments and you'll have bad moments. You'll have challenging moments and you'll have, really awesome moments. But at the end of the day, life is really about the moments, right? Sometimes a day is too much. Sometimes a week is too much, or I'm having a great year. Sometimes a year is too much. We really need to allow ourselves to be in the moment, to be at peace in the moment, to be accepting of the moment, but then to also have the realization that we are capable in the moment. Because the thing is, each moment brings its own circumstances, right? And so I'm originally from Augusta, Georgia, and my parents and both my brothers and their families still live there. Lots of loved ones, cousins, godparents, uncles, aunts, friends, family friends. I mean, we just have a host of folks in the Augusta, Georgia area. And this past week, Augusta, along with other areas, in the southeastern part of the United States, were devastated by Hurricane Helene. And it just left devastating effects in a lot of areas, one including my hometown of Augusta, Georgia. So first and foremost, prayers and thoughts to all of those dealing with any type of challenge, issue, devastation, etc. My thoughts and prayers are with you. And, some of you all I'm in direct conversation with now. But definitely thoughts and prayers out to each and every last one of you, because we talk about moment to moment, and each moment, brings something different. And for some individuals at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, the moment struck and winds came. Trees came tumbling down. Unfortunately, there were some individuals who lost their life in the midst of this devastation, right? But in the moment, things drastically changed. Even in preparation for, winds and preparation for rain, you can prepare all you want, but at the end of the day, you still don't know how it's all going to end up. My parents' house, there's a humongous tree in the front yard. And, thankfully, the tree fell across the street and did not land on them, or it didn't land on any of the neighbors' houses. But it did fall and go across the street. I mean, this tree that's probably 150, 200 years old and probably, 75 feet tall. I mean, it's a humongous tree, but it didn't fall on the house. And the thing that's interesting about, again, these moments, it's like you can look at close calls and you can think about what could have happened. I just saw a post from a family friend who, their daughter was asleep in the room and this tree fell on their house, but the support beams in the house kept the tree from falling down on top of where this little girl was sleeping. Again, moment to moment. There are so many things that you have control over, but then there's so many things that you don't have control over. That's why it's so important for us to have, a relationship with God, through his son, Jesus, because at the end of the day, there are so many things in life that are totally out of our control. And if this is our last moment, we want to have the assurance that spiritually we still have a home afterwards, right? And again, I know that sometimes comes off as morbid, but these are reminders, when you're faced with tragedy, when you're faced with challenge, when you're faced with situations in which you have to make split decisions, right? Sometimes they play in your favor, sometimes they don't. But at the end of the day, if you take care of what's most important, which is that spiritual relationship, then you know in your mind that no matter what the outcome, you got a spot. Not your physical body, but your spiritual self has a spot. And that also leads us to this notion of, while we're here, moment to moment, taking the necessary actions, taking responsibility, staying focused on what it is you need to do, and making sure that you allocate your time and your attention to things that matter. Because if this is the last moment, I don't want my last moment spent doing something that doesn't matter. Those are things that I'm really thinking about. And again, seeing the tragedies and seeing the devastation and talking to my parents and my brothers and other family members and friends about what's going on, it again makes you reevaluate life, one, but it also makes you take a step back and evaluate what you're doing in these specific moments. And am I wasting the moments, or am I doing something with the moments? Again, it's one moment at a time. That can be a great moment. That can be a not so great moment. But it's one moment at a time. And so when you have control over things, my challenge to you is to make sure that you are controlling the moment in the best way possible, making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, making sure that you think about this moment as if it's going to be your last. And if this was your last, would you be comfortable knowing that, hey, if this is it for me, I'm at least doing something that I'm supposed to be doing, right? Let's think about life through that lens, because the reality is this: for all of us, at some point, this will be our last moment. The question is, leading up until that moment, how are we going to spend our moments? All right. Well, again, man, listen, my heart and my thoughts and prayers go out to all those devastated by whatever's going on, whether it's Hurricane Helene or any other situation or circumstance that someone is dealing with. My thoughts and my prayers go out to you. But let's make the most of these moments, y'all. Again, impact and fulfillment. Impact is the delta of your involvement. Fulfillment is that through line of joy. And a lot of that comes back to, what are you doing in this specific moment? You have control. And for the things you don't have control over, do you have faith and do you have a relationship with God? Because, yeah, that's important. Well, hey, y'all, make sure to grab a copy of my book, The 33 Laws of Impact and Fulfillment. Have an amazing day, and y'all be blessed, well, and wise. And I'll holler at you. Peace. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Coach Mike D everywhere on social media. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise.